What's up guys, and welcome to another track guide. This week we're at Laguna Seca for the TCR series, and I am finally delivering something for the Cupra fans. I've always liked the Elantra a little bit better than the others, but this time I decided to do something different and I was very happy with the results. This car is a lot more stable and forgiving than the Elantra, and I now understand why people like this car so much. And I hope you guys start liking it even more after using my setup. Just reminding you that our lovely YouTube members are getting access to all track guide contents with a 2-day head start compared to their competition. So if you want to become part of that group and support the work that I do, make sure you click the join button, and don't forget to also join my Discord community to get the setups, ghost car, telemetry files, and all of the necessary information you need to schedule a coaching session with me, just like dozens of other LFM drivers have already done. Now let's get into the track guide. Coming into turn 2, start braking just before the tarmac extension on the right, and try your best to stay at around 80% brake pressure at most, as going over that seems to deliver diminishing results and increasing the chance of a big lockup. The key to this corner is to carry quite a bit of speed after the first apex. By having our minimum speed a little bit deeper into the turn, we can then get it stopped and rotated before closing our line again for the double apex. Just remember that this car is quite big and the exit is very tight, so don't rush your throttle application. For turn 3, brake gently around the number 2 board and be very smooth with your inputs. For these next 2 corners, we are looking for a very geometric arch, and we need a stable platform to do that. Trail the brakes and ramp up the throttle gently to see the best results. For turn 5, brake in a straight line between the number 3 and 2 boards and set yourself up for a late apex with a sharp turn-in. If you try carrying too much momentum, you will understeer into the gravel 100% of the time. Brake shortly after the number 2 board and quickly resume partial acceleration to use the rotation under throttle to your advantage. As soon as you feel that you're going to clear the turn, go full throttle and unwind the steering wheel back to center. The Corkscrew offers a very difficult braking zone with this car, so brake just before the number 2 board and don't go over 70% pressure. You should be able to cut the left-hander of this turn with your left side of the car, and if you cannot do that, it means that you are carrying too much speed into the turn. After the car regains traction over the crest, start turning right and upshift the third to pull yourself out of this corner. This car can take Rainey Curve surprisingly well if you use every single tool that this car has to offer. Lift at around this point in the turn and use a very light amount of brake if you need to slightly adjust your speed. Once you can start seeing the exit of the turn, ramp up the throttle slowly to pull the front end towards the apex. This corner requires a lot of patience and will punish overdriving more than any other place on the track. Brake around 50% pressure as you go over the outside curb and start blending a hint of throttle once you transition to the mid-corner phase. The partial throttling happens for a very long time and I recommend waiting to go full throttle until the car is pretty much straight and cleared for the turn. This is the only place where you can safely use 100% braking, but only do it while going straight. Our aim here is to keep the car stable and ready to blast out of the turn in first gear as soon as we clear the inside curb. So that was a lap around Laguna Seca with the Leon Cupra TCR, and I hope this track guide was helpful to your week of racing in low fuel motorsports. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the hot lap.